G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Flint action figure. Saw this at my local Walmart just this afternoon. There were 4 on the peg, just snatched up one and left the rest for the other collectors too, of course. So let's do a quick 360 view of the action figure. So we're doing this video to form part of the G.I. Joe Classified Series playlist represented. Okay, now things that I immediately checked out when I took this out of packaging. So immediately I checked out the accessories. So details of the riot shotgun. Okay, and I'm happy to note that it's not soft and gummy. Okay, this time done right. Okay, the 1911. So details, and yeah, that's not soft and gummy. Okay, done right. Details on the bag. Okay, also done right. So love the orientation of the gear. So sticks of dynamite, hand grenades, water bottle. Very simple. And the orientation of the backpack to the contour of the back. Okay, so it's not going to be one that's jutting out or sticking out and then later it's going to fall off. So when you attach it on the back of the action figure, love that angle, that it sits nice and flush. So just like the real thing, wherein the contents would move according to the contour of your body. Okay. Now, details on the head sculpt and the beret. Head unit without the head cover. Okay, nice execution. Okay, now with regards to the kit, okay, very retro styled, and this time it's angled towards the pistol belt, unlike the first versions of Flint, wherein the second belt would angle to the left, wherein the pistol is located on the right side of the figure. This time, take a note at that, the secondary belt, and it's attached to the drop leg holster. But I'm not just a fan of how thick that plastic material is. So actually the design could have been improved. Wow, so thick plastic, so the holster would just jut out of the thigh. Doesn't really sit flush, wherein this could actually be easily remedied, wherein it's not going to be an attachment but just a extra, the holster is going to be a floating accessory. So take a note of the design of that. And we have actually this. So took this out from another action figure, so actually it's the same. So to that be nice if they already just went with this accessory. Anyway, that's going to fit the secondary firearm just the same. Okay, because every time that you strike poses with this action figure, put it in poses. So you're going to angle that leg. Well, of course the plastic is going to bend accordingly, but yeah, take a note of the flex on the belt. Yeah, so it would have been nice if it's going to be a separate system. So quick fix, just cut it off, put it down, and replace it with this. Okay, so just a little bit of tweaks on the action figure. Nothing really much because it's actually really good. Okay, so yep, belt. The holster now is attached to the belt instead of a drop leg configuration, and instead of using this, we just made use of his original accessory. But what we did was just to take off material. Okay, with an X-Acto knife, of course. And we replace the side arm with a revolver, of course, because if you take note of the details on the pistol belt, so cartridges, the loose cartridges, no magazines, so that is meant for a revolver. Okay, so that's the thing actually. You have a 1911 which is magazine fed, but yeah, you don't see any magazine holders for a pistol. So replace it with a revolver from Marvel Legends. Yeah. Okay, here you go. And we added a K-bar knife. And a knife sheath, so just to balance out the kit. Okay, and just a little bit of color on the cartridges that is stored on the pistol belt. Okay, now once again a close detailed look at the action figure. Okay, so the back without the backpack, the camo on the pants, details on the boots. Okay, so we no longer need to discuss the articulation points because this guy sports standard G.I. Joe classified series articulation points. Okay, so this time really sporting a retro look. Okay, so this ends our mini review of retro carded G.I. Joe classified series Flint. Good action figure, and just a little bit of tweaks. Not much is needed to really beautify this action figure. Articulation points is great out of packaging. The gear is great except for the area that we did a little bit of adjustment to make it more retro like. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel, and see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.